Hello there. In this video I'm going to explain to you about straight line questions for IGCSE mathematics. The code is 0580. The year is 2020. Okay, so we'll be going all the questions paper for IGCSE mathematics for straight line questions. Okay, this is one of the question. Let me just make it as a question number 1. So A, you have this point, B, you have this point. They are asking us to find the equation of this line perpendicular to AB that passes through the point A. So it means that you have a point A, and then here we have a point B. You have a line, and then this perpendicular line will be the perpendicular in this way, and it touches and pass through the point A. Okay, so we are going to find the equation of this line. Okay, so now the first thing is we have to find the gradient of these points. Okay, we have to find the gradient. So gradient is given by the formula y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So we can use either one as number 1. So I choose this one as the first one. So negative 7 minus with 5 over here, and then divided by 1 minus with 3. So you'll be getting your answer as negative 12, and then will be divided by negative 2, and your gradient will be 6. Since it is perpendicular, for the perpendicular line we'll be using the formula m1 m2. Multiply both of these gradient, you'll be getting the negative 1. So here we have 6 m2, the second gradient, and then the gradient for this perpendicular line here will be negative 1 over 6. Okay, to find the equation of this perpendicular line, we use y equals to mx plus with c, and then here we substitute with this gradient that we found. Okay, and then the x and the y you have to put point A, so which is 3 and 5. So I just change the color. I put here 3 and 5 plus with c. So here you will be getting that. I just simplify this, just multiply inside. You got negative 3, 6. Here's 5. Then we have to find the c. We can simplify this, 1 over 2. Okay, and then the minus 1 over 2 will be moved to this side, so it will become 5 plus 1 over 2. So your c here will become c is 11 over 2. So we managed to get the m, so which is this m, and also the c over here, and we successfully find the equation of this perpendicular line, so which is y equals to negative 1 over 6x plus with 11 over 2, and this is for 4 marks, and this is your answer. Okay, now we will be going to the next question. Okay, this is the second question, and it is pretty easy. So we just have to substitute all these values and find the y. So m will be negative 3, multiply with x is negative 2, and we plus with a negative 8, which is a c, and here we'll be getting 6 minus 8. So your y value is negative 2. So that is your answer. You got the 2 marks over there. Okay, this is the third question for today. So you'll be having okay, this is the third question for today. So here we'll be having equation of line L. This is the line L, and we have to find the gradient. So to find the gradient of this line L, we have to change it into the form of y equals to mx plus with c. So 3x minus 8y we plus with 20 equals to 0. Okay, we have to make two in this form. Alright, so here we move the x and the 20 to the opposite side, so it becomes negative 3x minus with 20, and we left with negative 8 here. So everything we multiply with negative, so you'll be getting that 8y 3x plus with 20, and then here we divide with 8. So we bring this 8 to the opposite side, so it becomes divide, and you will have 3 over 8x, and here will be 20 over 8, and your gradient here will fall under this. So your gradient m is 3 over 8. Okay, that is your answer. And for this question you have 2 marks over here. And the second question here will be find the coordinates of points where line L cut the x-axis. If you cut the x-axis, your x will be 0. Okay, so we can use the equation here. Okay, so we can just use this equation, 8y plus with 20, and then we just equals to 0, and we not forgetting we just have to substitute the x with 0, so this thing will become 0, and we only left with, so we move the 20 to the opposite side, becomes negative 20. So here you have a 8y, and the negative 8 we move there, it will become a positive, so you got that 20 over 8, and we can further simplify this, divided by 4 and 4, you got that, divided by 4 you got 5, divided by 4 you got that 2, and your coordinate here will be 0, and here is 5 over 2, and this is for your 1 mark over here. Okay, okay, so this is the same question, but it's a B here, and this is a Q, and this is a P and Q. Okay, now they're asking the distance. Distance is the length, so we can use this formula, PQ equals to, put a square root here, y1 minus y2, you square root this, and then we plus with the x1 minus x2, we square root. So here we will be getting the answer, the working here. So we just choose either one. Let's say I just choose this one as the first one, so negative 2 and minus with 8, you got a square over there, then your x here will be 9, we minus with negative 3, so it will become a positive over here, so we square here, and this thing will become negative 10, you square, plus with here you got a 12, you square this. Okay, then the following, here you'll be getting 100 plus with 144, and here you'll be getting a 244. When you square root this one by using a calculator, so you'll be getting an answer of 15.62. okay, so these are the units. It means the length. So this is a 3 marks for this. And then we'll be going through the next question. Equation of line parallel to PQ. So it means it is the same gradient. Okay, for this question we'll be still using the P and the Q coordinates to find the gradient over here. So the gradient here will be -2, we minus with 8, okay, -2 the y1 minus with y2, and then x1 which is 9, we minus with -3 here, so we'll be getting -10 over 12. We can simplify this. When we simplify, we'll be getting the -5 over 6 over here. This is the gradient of a PQ. If let's say it is a parallel, it shows it is parallel, it means the equation of this parallel line to this PQ, they'll be having a same gradient. So it passes through this point 6, -1. So we can use the same concept over here. Okay, y equals to mx plus c, and then we can sub inside. The m will become -5 over 6. Okay, we put a bracket over here, and the x will become 6. We have to follow this point here, 6, and here's -1 plus with c. Now we have to find the c. So 6 will cancel each another. -5 will move the opposite side, will become plus. So c here will become 4. So the equation here will be y equals to -5 over 6x plus with 4. This is the equation of the parallel line. Okay, I hope you can understand this. Okay, and this is the last part of the question. It shows the equation of this perpendicular bisector of this PQ. So it means you have a P and Q, the straight line. Okay, P and Q. So the first thing is you have to find the midpoint. So let's say this is the midpoint over here. This is, you have to find this midpoint. Okay, and then you have to find the gradient which is perpendicular. So this is actually the perpendicular bisector of this PQ. So you have to find this equation of this line. Okay, this line. So let us do the process now. Okay, first of all, the first step to find this equation of this perpendicular bisector is to find a midpoint of the line PQ. So we can use this coordinate that I have copied earlier. So the midpoint here, the formula is given by x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is the midpoints formula. Okay, so here we can just choose this x. Okay, this x, -3 with plus with 9, you'll be getting divided by 2, and then here 8 plus with -2 and divided by 2, and here we'll be getting 6 over 2, and here will be 6 over 2, and we'll be getting the midpoint is 3, 3. Okay, midpoint is 3, 3. And from earlier calculation, we will get the gradient of the gradient of PQ is equals to negative 5/6. Okay, since it is a perpendicular over here, so what we can do is we can use this formula, m1 multiplied with m2 equals to -1. So I'll change the color. So what we have is a -5/6, and this is m2 equals to -1. So we can find the gradient of this perpendicular line. So the perpendicular gradient of the perpendicular line we get is, we just invert this. So -1 multiplied with 6, you got the -6 divided with the -5. So you'll be getting that m2 is 6/5. So over here in this case, okay, in this, let me explain the situation. Here's the P and here's the Q. We have a straight line, and the midpoint we get is a 3, okay, it's 3, and then we got a perpendicular line over here with the gradient of, the gradient here is 6/5. So we can use this gradient, the answer that we get over here, and this midpoint over here to find the equation. So we can use y equals to mx plus with c. So we got 6/5, the gradient, and substitute the x, which is 3, from here, and y is 3 to get the c answer. So here we'll be getting 18/5, and then here's 3. We move the 18/5 to the opposite side, we will be getting -3/5 plus with c. At the end, we'll be getting the answer here, y equals to the gradient 6/5x, and then we minus with 3/5. Okay, this is the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. This is 4 marks over here. Okay, this is the last question for this video, and then here, if you notice, there's a rhombus here, ABCD, with a diagonal. So diagonal rhombus is you have this kind of shape. Okay, this is rhombus, and all the sides is the same over here. And then if a diagonal, it means it's a diagonal AC. A is here, C is over here. This is the diagonal. Okay, please remember this one. And then the BD here, it will be exactly at the midpoint of a AC. So this is the concept here. Alright, so now we are going to calculate the length of AC by using the formula AC square root. Okay, we just take the points over here, 4 minus with a -3. So, and then we square it, and then we plus with -4 minus with 10 square, and then here we'll be having 7 square, and then here will be minus 14 square, and here you'll be getting the answer 7 square, you plus with 14 square, you'll be getting a square root of 245, which you square root, and you'll be getting the answer 15.65. okay, this is the answer, and you'll be getting a 3 marks over here. Okay, next is they will ask us to show that the equation of this line AC. Okay, so I'm going to, so I have increased the length of the screen, and we can find M here. So M, the gradient is tan u minus with negative 4, and then you divide negative 3 u minus with 7. So here you'll be getting 14 minus with negative 7, which will end up in negative 2 as the gradient, and then we are using this y equals to mx plus c. We sub inside this gradient and we find a coordinate, which is I choose the coordinate for point A, so it's a negative 3 here, and the y is 10 plus with c. Okay, so here we'll be getting a 6, 10 here, so your answer for C is 4. And yes, so we have managed to get the M value, which is 2, and the C value, which is 4. Yes, you are getting y equals to negative 2x. We just substitute inside is 4 here. Yes, you are getting this this answer. So it means here you have shown the question that you have managed to get this answer, and for this question you will be receiving 2 marks over here. So it's 2 marks for showing the equation is correct. Okay, it's 2 marks. So next we are going to, okay, for the question BD, as I explained just now, it is in a rhombus. Okay, it's in a rhombus, so everything will be in a same length of this. Okay, so here you have a AC, and here is the BD. So to find the BD, you have to calculate the midpoint of the AC. Okay, we have to calculate the midpoint of the AC, because the midpoint of the AC is actually also the midpoint of the BD, which is the perpendicular of this. Alright, so by calculating the midpoint of AC, so it's negative 3, we plus with 4 divided by 2, and then we take a 10 here, we plus with negative 4 divided by 2, and we'll be getting the answer 1 over 2 here as the x, and here will be 6 divided by 2, you'll be getting here 3. This is the midpoint. Okay, so I just write it down here. This is the midpoint. Okay, now the gradient that we get for the AC in the previous calculation is negative 2. Negative 2 is the gradient. So now we are going to find the gradient for this BD by using M1, M2 equals to negative 1. So here you will be getting negative 2, M2 equals to negative 1. So the gradient here will be 1 over 2. The negative will be cancelling each another. Okay, so we have found the coordinate at here at the midpoint, which is also the coordinate of this line BD, and we have this gradient. So we just sub inside this equation y equals to mx plus with c. So m is 1 over 2 x. Okay, the coordinate we have to choose this midpoint, so which is 1 over 2 to find the c. So the c, y is 3, so it will be 3 equals to 1 over 4. plus with C, and here will be getting, so 3 minus with 1 over 4, so C you will be getting here is 11 over 4. So your equation of your line here will be following y equals to mx plus with C. So the m here will be 1 over 2 x, and then plus with C, which is 11 over 4. Okay guys, so this is the equation of this perpendicular line, the another diagonal BD. So I hope you can understand the straight line questions from IGCSE Mathematics 0580. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you guys.